Hello, beautiful people. How's it going? It is Alex Mackenzie with another episode of an experiment called Life, coming to you live from my parents' basement in Prince George, BC. So yeah, last time we talked, I think I was just finishing up the fast, so I got that all done. We did really good, came very close, like we said. Tried to sell 1,000 tickets over the 14-day fast. Ended up getting like 900 something, so very happy. And this week, very big week, it is the start of the Hungry for Laughs comedy tour. So this tour starts this Friday in Kamloops. Sold out show. I think there's still like 20 tickets left if you know anyone. Most of them are like individuals, so it's going to be, I think, hard to move those last few ones because you're not going to get to sit with your friends. And that's what this is all about, bringing the people you love together through laughter, you know? So I'm very, very excited about that. And then we're kicking off. Right after that, we go Vancouver, Duncan, and then Kelowna and Vernon are the 5 shows that we're doing this month in October. And then taking Halloween off because we don't want to be competing with Halloween, you know? I don't think comedy is going to do well on that weekend, so we take that off. Plus, you know, Mr. Decker and King, huge Halloween fans. So, I mean, to get them booked on those days, it's almost impossible. Actually, they both have kids, so they probably are big Halloween fans now that I think about it, because they got to take the kids trick-or-treating. Yeah, feeling pretty good, pretty excited. So we put the RV away for the year, put it in storage, which is my parents' driveway, and we got that parked there. We got it winterized. And then we move into my parents' basement for the time being. And then we go down to Vancouver. And then we'll be down there. And we kind of base ourselves out of Vancouver until we go to Australia, which is pretty exciting. The Australian tour is pretty much booked now, which is good. And then what else do we got coming up? The East Coast tour is going to be going on sale, which is very cool. So that's Fredericton. We got that booked right now, January 20th. And then we're in Halifax at Yuck Yucks, first time headline in Yuck Yucks. And that is, I think, the 12th and 13th. So it's the Friday, Saturday before. So I think that's right. I think the 12th and 13th. And then Halifax, and the following week we're in Fredericton. Working on Moncton or Charlottetown to see if we can get something booked there. Yeah. But just in general right now, feeling very confident. Most of the shows, honestly, dude, they look like they're going to sell out. It's crazy. I'm so excited. Thank you to everyone who's bought tickets, man. I can't believe it. Something I was thinking about today. Dude, I was up this morning at 5:30. And it's wild to think, like, I was just up and I just couldn't. I don't know, dude. Chasing a dream, it's so fun. So you're like up, no alarm clock, no one telling you to get out of bed, and I can't help myself but like get up and get after it. It's just such exciting times. You're like, here we go, we got to do this, let's go. Which is funny because I was talking to my good friend, one of my best friends in the whole world yesterday, Miss Michaela Meyer, and we were talking about alarm clocks and getting up. She was actually used to be my roommate, and then it was like we became boyfriend and girlfriend, broke up, and now we're still just really good friends. Love her to death. But we were talking about, like, back in the day, like, the alarm clock. I used to have to wake up to an alarm clock. And, dude, I remember I used to do this. I would wake up at, like, 6:30. I had to be at work for 7. I would walk half asleep to my bathroom at my old house. I would pour water on my face. I would look in the mirror, and I'd scream, I hate my fucking life! Dude, and I would just snap, and then I would just get my boots on, get in my truck, drive into the mill, just in the minus 30, miserable, just so angry. And then you'd go work for 10 hours. And I don't know if you'd call it work, hung out there for 10 hours. So the guys always said they call it your place of employment. You don't work there, you're just employed there. If that gives you an idea of the culture around the place. And then, yeah, and then I would just go home and I just hated it. Like I was miserable. I couldn't be more upset with my life. Like it just was, I was so sad. And now to think that you're getting up even earlier than that now with no alarm clock and you're coming out of bed excited, dude. Like that's the power of having a passion and a dream. And this year, I'll be honest, it's the first year that it looks like it's going to work. You know, it's been, I read through some of my old journals today. I read back like January of 2020, was it? No, it's September of 2020. And so it's like kind of mid-pandemic thing. And dude, like pretty darrow. Like you're like, I'm talking like, I don't know how I'm going to make any money. I don't know if this career is going to work. I don't know if I'm funny enough to do this. Like had just gone through a breakup with my Australian ex-girlfriend and things weren't looking good. So I mean it hasn't been bliss. It's been a long road, but it's really cool to be able to have that, because I've been journaling now for almost 4 years, like straight, where I would say at least 20 times a month I have a journal entry. And yeah, it's just cool to look back and realize you're like, dude, you didn't know what you were doing. You had no idea. But it's just like every day, just getting up, getting one foot in front of the other, getting that action. And now, things are very exciting, dude. Like we've got the ECL, the company, like, it's become a whole corporation. I'm a boss now, which is cool. You've got some like employees. I call them my team members. And I don't really think, I'm not a very good boss. I'm trying to learn how to figure that out. I just don't know how to give direction that good. I don't think. I don't know. You figure it out, But yeah, man, I've got a great group of people around me right now, and it's very, very exciting times, dude. Like we just got this flywheel thing going where it's like, we're getting shows booked, and then we're getting the graphics kit made, we're getting the social media announcements launched, and then get the marketing out there, and then it's like lather, rinse, repeat, like next show. And very, very exciting, man. And the shows, they're selling very well, which is pretty cool. But the apocalypse is coming, right? Like no matter how good things are, that like the hard times are going to be coming around the corner. But I feel like it like comes in waves. Like they just give you a little bit of a struggle, and then they make it a little better, and then a little struggle, a little better. So you just get like stronger and stronger with each failure, and just gets a little bit closer to that success, which whatever that looks like for you, that's something I really feel I need to define a lot, is like whatever success is to you, right? It doesn't have to be like, there has to be no monetary value attached to it. It's just whatever you think success is. That's why I've got this theory, dude, where everyone should think they're the coolest person in the world. Because cool is a subjective thing, right? And whatever you think is cool is what you should be doing. So then, by definition, like you would be doing whatever you think is cool, so you should be the coolest person in the world in your own eyes, because you're doing all the things that you think are cool. And I think it has to be like not a arrogant or like cocky thing attached to it, not like you're better than other people, but just like you're like, man, I can't think of a better way to live life than what I'm doing right now. And I think that is like a good little thing, good little trick that you got to do to get through it. No, yeah. All in all, pretty happy right now. Things are looking good. We'll see. Watch me just absolutely bomb on this tour. The shows are just going awful. Just full theaters, but just crickets. They're like, Alex, you suck. I'm pretty excited. I'm nervous about closing the shows, because I always close the shows with like a little like emotional speech thing. So like the last year I did talk about like quitting my job to chase a dream, what that was all like. And this year I want to do something new, because I've done that so much. So I'm going to talk about my biggest insecurity being that I'm unlovable. And it's a speech, like it's more of a speech than it is bits. Like I think I've got a very funny punchline at the very end about how, if anyone's taught me about love, it's my dog Finley as he's getting older. So I think that'll pop, but it's a long way to get there to that thing. But I don't know. That's part of the thing. And this tour is so exciting, because last year it was 2 weekends. It was like bang, bang, done. This year it's stretched out over like a month and a half. So we're going to get to go on the road. We're going to get to work together. And then we're going to get to use the current shows, the past shows, to promote the upcoming shows. We're going to get to film a bunch of shit together, like as a group, like in the green room, making fun of each other, and use that as future show promo. And it's just, it's going to be great, man. I can't wait to like really just get this thing kicked off. And just remember to enjoy this moment, for this moment is your life, right? And like, yeah. Pretty funny. Here I am, 35, in my parents' basement, sitting on a bar stool, talking about how good I have it, I mean, I do have very good that I have that, but it's like, trying to tell people about success. You're like, dude, you live in a van in your parents' basement. Like, you haven't done anything yet, buddy. Just relax. So I take everything I say with a grain of salt, okay? And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a good little gist. Get you guys up to speed. We're getting messages. Perfect. The business stuff. We're setting up the after party for the Prince George show. I think it's going to be great. We're going to love it. Anyway, you guys, please go to hungerforlaughs.com. Tell your friends about it. Yeah, our goal this month, we got new goals up. We're trying to donate $10,000 across the board to these charities from these events. So to help out, buy a ticket, and you're gonna get a great evening out of it, dude. You're gonna get to hang out with Ivan Decker, Simon King, Wes Barker, Arissa Kelly, and myself, dude. It's a phenomenal show. It's a great group of people, and we can't do it without you. So please tell your friends. I love you guys, and we'll see you next week.